166.9.
I speak unto thee this day, and I say that you are meant to keep following. You are meant to leave behind the things that are of the old life. That is, you are not meant to be dragging in the residue. You are not meant to be bringing behind you those things that I, the living God, desire thee to reckon to be dead. But I say that you are meant to go forward in the newness of life that I provide, ever thankful unto me. And I say you are meant to be united unto me, coming forth in the blessedness of who I am. For I say it is me, the living God, who does offer unto my people the privilege to be identified with me. Now I say, if I, the living God, do offer unto thee the identity that is found in me, the newness of life, the way of the Spirit, I say, why will you choose identity with the flesh? That is, why will you hold on to the covering of carnality? Why will you hold on to the covering of your life in sin when you are meant to abandon the same and follow after me? For I say that I, the living God, am indeed well pleased in the man, the woman who forsakes all to follow after me. But I say, when you are clinging to the identity of darkness, the identity of foolery and vanity, I say you are clinging to that which is death. And I say you are attempting to go forward in the new life while you are holding on to that which is meant to be passed away. Now I say this day, if any man will come into me and walk in me, I say that he becomes a new creature in me. That is, he is given the opportunity to have the new life that I provide. Now I say there are multitudes in this wicked generation. I say they refuse to let loose of the old identity and be fully abandoned unto me. Therefore I say they remain retarded. They remain in a mindset that I never intended for them. And I say, because they choose to walk according to the flesh rather than the Spirit, what do? I say they take themselves in misery, depression, and despair, and they bear no fruit in me. Now I say this day, if I, the living God, have given unto thee the privilege to come forth in the newness of life, the privilege to be renewed and brought forth into greater extent, I say, walk in the same. That is, do not pull the old covering up over what it is that I desire to do. For I say it is me, the living God, who desires that you forsake those things that are behind to go forth in the newness of life that I provide. And I say that you would be trusting me, believing in me, and hoping in me. But I say, if you are ever looking back, if you are ever seeking to drag the old into the new, then I say you are the one who will be frustrated in the same. And I say you will likewise be a frustration unto me, for you are not wholeheartedly in my purpose. But I say instead you are attempting to cover and to cover and to cover the new life with the old dead covering, and I say that the same is a grief unto me. For I say that I, the living God, do not call thee to go back to any other realm, any other plane, but I call thee to move forward in me. And I say that I call thee to be willing to forsake those things that are behind, to come forth in the newness of life that I provide. Now I say, if you really allow my Spirit to move upon thee, I say you will see that I, the living God, can do great and glorious things through thee. But I say, if you are ever holding on to a dead identity, you are holding on to death. That is, if I, the living God, have moved thee into new dimensions, you are meant to walk in the same. And I say you are meant to apply yourself to the Spirit life rather than to keep some type of reputation that you think you had in the flesh. Now I say, so many of those who claim that they are my people in this wicked generation are doing just that. That is, they are holding to the reputation of the old man, to the behavior patterns of the same, while they claim they are loving me. But I say it is not me that they are loving, but I say it is the image of themselves, and I say they promote the same. Now I say this day, if I, the living God, do call thee to the way that I have opened up unto thee, I say, leave behind those things that are meant to be left behind. That is, do not drag the dead garbage, the dead baggage, the stench of what has already died and passed away onward in me. For I say that the same will be an albatross unto thee, a grim reminder, and I say you will be held down by the same. For I say you are not meant to be clinging to that which I, the living God, have desired for you to put aside, but you are meant to be clinging to me. That is, you are meant to be trusting me enough that I, the living God, can take thee onward and upward in the new life that I provide. That is, you are meant to let go of dead coverings and come forth in the covering that I provide. Now I say this day that I, the living God, do not call my people to be covered in the stench of death, because they will not turn loose of fleshly coverings or fleshly reputations that they have had in times past. And I say when they are covered in the stench of that death, they are obviously not pleasing me. For I say when I look upon my people, I desire to partake of the life that I put in them. But I say if they are covering themselves with that which is passed away, then I say they are a stench unto me. Now I say this day, so it is with some denominations. You can go to see them, and what will you find? You will find that they are covered in the stench of that which is already passed away, and oh, how dead they are. But in their own minds they are reliving and reliving and reliving the greatness, the outpouring, the manifestation that they had many years gone by. And I say they are not fresh and alive and alert in me. I say this day that I, the living God, do not call thee to die, but I say that I call thee to continue in me. That is, I call thee to continue in the newness of life that I will give thee, if you are ever present in me. For I say it is me, the living God, you are meant to trust, and not anything that has been done through thee. And I say you are not meant to recall the old man who was full of filthiness and sin, and be covered in the same. But I say you are meant to be covered in the joy, the power, the strength of my presence every single day. For it is me, the living God, who delights to give thee the newness of life. Now I say this day that I, the living God, will take thee onward, I will take thee upward, and yes, indeed, you can be rejoicing in me. That is, you can be rejoicing in the truth, the light, the strength that I give thee day by day. For I say, if you will indeed be abandoned unto me, be trusting yourself unto me, I say you will not hold to the rudiments of the past. But I say instead you will come forth in the way that I set before thee, that is the new life. Now I say this day that I, the living God, do indeed check out my people time and again to see if they are fighting to maintain their faith in me, or if they are giving way to seducing spirits, to doctrines of devils, even to spirits of death. For I say when my people relax their vigilance and give way to those things, what do? I say they look back, they turn away, and I say they are covered in death. Now I say this day, do not seek to be covered in your self-life, in your Son of Man, self-image, and your self-esteem, for all of those are factors of death. I say do not look to promote what has been your career or your activity or even how sinful you were. But I say instead be seeking to promote me, for if I am lifted up, then men are drawn unto me. But I say if you are lifting up yourself, you are lifting up death to cover others in the same. Now I say there are multitudes in this wicked generation. They claim they love me, they claim they serve me, but the truth of it is they are serving carnality, and they are therefore the stench of death. That is, they are covered in death rather than the newness of life that I provide. I say this day, be thankful that I, the living God, am the one who is meant to be lifted up, and I say be faithful, be diligent to lift me up. That is, do not lift up your cause, do not lift up yourself, do not lift up your opinions, but lift up me. For I say it is me that men need in this wicked generation, and not to be covered in death, for they are already there. I say this day there are multitudes who have strayed from the way. They have followed after blind guides, only to be covered in death. And oh yes, they think their guide will lead them to heaven, but their guide is not going to heaven at all. For I say that their guide has chosen the way of the flesh, the way of carnality, and I say they are steeped in death by the same. But I say if you abandon yourself fully unto me to walk in the way that I provide, then you are indeed covered in life. Now I say this day that I, the living God, have called my people to be living epistles, to be seen, to be read, to be heard of all men. Therefore I say, be thankful that it is me, the living God, who will chasten, correct, and guide thee, that you can indeed be manifesting me. That is, manifesting my power, my strength, my glory, my mercy, my compassion upon the wretched who are perishing day by day. And likewise you can manifest my wrath, my fury, my judgment against sin likewise. For I say, when you abide in my spirit, then I say you will be giving forth the life of who I am. But I say, if you are abiding in your own understanding, if you are seeking to resurrect that which you are meant to reckon to be dead, then I say you become a fool. For I say you bring forth nothing but despair through it all, for you lead men into the same ditch that you are in. I say this day you do not need to be in a ditch. You do not need to live in the past. You do not need to bow to monuments, but you can bow to me. That is, you can see that it is me, the living God, who desires thee to make progress in me. And it is me, the living God, who desires thee to keep moving onward and upward in the truth, the light, and the mercy of who I am. For I say it is me, the living God, alone of all the gods you are meant to serve, and not any other power source. Now I say this day, so few in this hour are willing to abandon, to forsake the past, to forsake their own image, their own works, to follow me. For I say they love to pat themselves, to boast themselves, to strut as though they know it all. But the truth of it is, if they are not dying to self that they may know me, I say they know nothing at all. For I say they are regarded as fools by me because they have refused the straight and narrow way. Now I say this day that I, the living God, do give to thee the newness of life of who I am. I say you are meant to come forth in the same. And I say you are meant to be thankful that it is me you can continue to look unto and believe. I say you are meant to be thankful that I give to thee the image, the likeness, and you are meant to walk in that. That is, you are not meant to be calling up your old image, your own likeness, and thinking that men must bow unto the same. Now I say, consider, are you willing to put behind you those things that I, the living God, want you to reckon to be dead? Or are you clinging to your old identity and thinking somehow you are pleasing me? I have told you time and again, and I will repeat it even this day, that you are meant to have your identity in me and not any other. That is, you are not meant to be promoting yourself, declaring how great you are, but I say you are meant to be promoting me. For I say that if I be lifted up, I will draw men unto me. But I say if you lift up yourself, if you lift up some great Messiah you think you have found, you are lifting up flesh. But I say when it is me, the living God, that you will proclaim, you are giving men the opportunity to be redeemed. Now I say this day that I, the living God, do intend that my messengers would be faithful and true, not deviating, perverting, or turning aside. And I say, if it is me that you truly love, if it is me that you will obey, I say that I will ever guide thee forth in my way. But I say you must indeed declare the revolution against the love of self and maintain the same. For I say you are meant to be in continual revolution against those things that would seek to beset, overwhelm thee, and drag thee back. That is, you are meant to declare and maintain, continue to fight the good fight, the revolution against your own carnality, against the god of self, against those things that would subtly and so deftly deceive thee and lead thee astray. And I say you are meant to declare and maintain revolution against the world and the darkness contained therein. And I say you are meant to declare and maintain revolution against demon forces, for I say they will always seek to devour. For I say you are meant to be vessels of honor unto me, serving me with all of your heart. I say this day be thankful that I, the living God, do give the call to all, and if you will respond and maintain your allegiance unto me, you will see that I, the living God, am well pleased in you.